challenge. Right.
4,000 miles per hour, yes.
Yes, 1,000 miles per hour. That should be quite the challenge. By the way, we are live again.
There wouldn't be smoke coming out of the thing. There would be like fire. It would just be pure fire.
Exactly.
Again, Twitch.
By the way, yes, we're live again.
What do you mean? It would be just black fire? It would just zoom past you. It wouldn't even leave a mark.
Yeah, the fire would be put out immediately. The fire would be put out immediately by the wind. Right. So, let's do session 2. This is, by the way, okay, let me just read the description. So, okay, so as a bit of context, the Coalmint Mountains Railroad I originally made in Trainz A New Era. A couple of years ago, I think. I wanted to upload it as payware then, but for various reasons I didn't have time to do all the other stuff like the trailer and screenshots. So when I finally had that finished, the Trainz Content Creator Program 1 was no longer supported, and Service Pack 2 hadn't released yet. Now that Service Pack 2 is released, Tane is no longer supported, so I've had to convert the route to TRS-19, and it looks better now anyway. So that's all good. Right, just as a bit of context. So let me...
I just now found a payware locomotive. Just one locomotive, that's $40.
For Trainz? That is interesting. Right, so let me read...
Congratulations.
Right. So let me read the description.
Everyone shut up and end in chat.
So, Coalmint Mountains Railroad. The Coalmint Mountains Railroad, CMR, is based in Pennsylvania in the Appalachian Mountains in the 1950s. There are many steep grades to climb and even more tight corners to wind as you explore the majesty of the Appalachian Mountains in spring, summer, fall, and winter, all by rail. The CMR was recently electrified, so you will see many New Haven and Pennsylvania Railroad locos and rolling stock around that have been bought, but not repainted yet. The railroad makes most of its income from transporting coal from the mines in the mountains down to the transfer yard in the plains, where the coal is loaded onto barges and distributed far and wide. That being said, the railroad also handles local freight and passenger services. Total route length approximately 50 miles or 80 kilometers. Now, yes, before you say it, the electrification system from New Haven and PRR doesn't match. It's completely different. The catenary height is different. I don't care. It's just, yeah, just suspension of disbelief.
Are you saying shut up, basically?
Yeah.
Yeah, the suspension of disbelief, yes. So the session I want to play is session number 2. In total, there are 11 sessions and 1 multiplayer session. This is session number 2. Arktown Coal Run. Description: take an empty coal hopper train up to the Arktown coal mine to load up and then return back to Hatepa Yard. The screenshots are outdated. I haven't updated them yet. This session is now in fall, so let's drive it. Hopefully the lag won't be too bad. Yes. By the way, if you are a potential buyer, if you are a potential buyer, first of all, hello, and secondly, if you see lag here, it's my machine. I'm streaming, and TRS-19 lags quite a lot for me anyway on my Mac. It probably won't lag for you. Right.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
It really depends on your PC, basically.
Yeah, this should be interesting because I know that the Appalachian Mountains are one of the hottest spots for cryptids.
For what?
In America, at least.
For hottest spots for what? Hottest spots for... Oh, you can't... Can you hear me? You should be able to.
Tell me what goes first. Okay, hold on.
What did you say?
Is this guy a bot or is he real?
Who?
Probably a bot.
Commander Root. Oh yeah, he's a bot.
Yeah.
He's not got anything in chat, but probably a bot.
Right, so basic rules in front, so here we go. Hello driver, your job is to take those empty coal hoppers behind you up to Arktown, fill them up and then bring them back here for switching. So set out once the switcher gives you the signal that they've decoupled a horn blast. So this is being driven by an AI, the little switcher, the steeple cab, which is currently coupling up the empty hoppers.
Nice.
Right. And this
Hey
was
Chris, I'll check the app.
this was so difficult to get right, because I want the switcher to couple up to the locomotive, then decouple itself and go back. However, in TRS-19, the driver, it changed the driver to the player's driver, which doesn't have any commands. So it forgot the commands to decouple. So yeah, that was quite difficult to get it. So I've had to put the camera onto this one first, but it gets automatically switched over to the other one, so it's fine. Let's
Mr. W just left. Oh, hi, welcome back, Mr. W.
let's read chat a bit. Thumber maybe might already have one. What comes to mind when you hear swivel mine?
Okay.
I don't know. A crane in a mine, maybe. Someone sweeping a mine. Shadows. I don't really explore this map. Without multiplayer. Flies across the map. Exactly. Ah, lol. Right. Hello, nuclear pigeons. Hopefully you're actually a human. 2018, if I recall correctly. Yeah, I think so too. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Yeah. The Larry David reference. I get it. Back again. Welcome back. Yes. I'll check that later. I may or may not have driven this exact session yesterday. Yeah, you are oh, that's not nice. Even if for a bot. Anyway, here we go. So, let's get going. By the way,
have feelings,
here we go. This is the cab of this loco. It's quite nice. Bit old, but quite nice.
Wait, did you make that? Did you make that yourself?
No, this is on the DLS, this locomotive. The only custom assets in this are the catenary wires, and they're only a modification of someone else's assets. I've basically reduced the oxidization here on the cable, so they're not quite as green as they were before. So here we go. Let's get out of Hetepa Yard. By the way, this is the map. Yes, we're currently here at Hetepa Yard, and we're gonna go up to Arktown up there, then back down. Right.
Apparently we have someone called, apparently we have someone called Nuclear. Currently joined the VC, but Kango says he's likely streaming. Oh, clean.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to join voice chat, then well, if you're
the legal age.
Yeah, if the thing is, if you are, of course, 13 plus, yes, and secondly, you have to at least somewhat commit to watching the stream, because I don't want to just have a lot of people in voice chat, especially if you stream yourself with voice chat. So yeah. Anyway, yes.
Yeah,
Kango.
really not yeah.
No, that's not nice. Kango, I like the phrase nuclear pigeons, by the way.
By the way, this is
Also,
a ranked session.
Am I the only one who thinks Kango Fango Fantasy sounds like Paradise?
Who thinks Kangafango's
Well,
what
you're not
sounds like
wrong.
Paradise?
Or voice, presumably.
Voice.
Oh. I suppose his does. I mean, he has a similar accent to mine, so that's probably it. Right. So there are some really difficult sessions in this, especially the Steam sessions. Yes. There are some 2D trees on this still, yes. Some of them are 2D still, that is correct.
Imagine surviving 3 days with just one penny.
Well,
Nope.
it's maybe, well, you can survive. I mean, you can forage for food in the woods if you know what to eat. I mean, if need be, you can eat grass to survive.
I mean, you gotta eat to survive, right?
Yeah. Right, so we're just heading up into the mountains now. Audio echo was too much. Oh yeah, I can understand that. Now the bridge that's coming up ahead may have to be replaced before release. I'm not 100% certain that that is actually that route comes with TRS-19. It does say built-in. However, I did accidentally install the payware routes that came with Tane because I'm an owner of both. So I may need to replace this bridge that's coming up ahead. But yeah, you can see this is the Waytuck Bridge.
I'm kind of not fond of the theory of we can eat grass every day to survive. It's kind of, we have to get used to eating grass first.
Yeah.
I have some to like get some nutritions out of the grass, but in theory we can eat grass. But right now, if we were to switch from like, I don't know, right now from our rooms and directly into the forest, we cannot just start eating grass.
Yeah, well, grass grows more.
It's a theory, not a way of life.
Well, I'd say if you had to, you'd probably survive.
Good.
I mean, you don't even just have to eat grass. I mean, you've got clover, dandelions, all that sort of stuff.
See you, VG.
Yeah, bye. Thank you for joining. Another thing is nettles. Yes, stinging nettles. If you've got tissues, you can actually collect them, and if you press them together, then you get rid of the sting, so you can actually eat them. They actually taste quite good.
And I think nettle soup is quite big in some places, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm so glad that N3V have replied that the TB assets aren't going to be an issue in the upload process, the payware upload process, because the bushes and grass that you can see here, like the splines, they are listed as third party, even though they are on the DLS. So I submitted a ticket and they said that it should be fine. So that's good.
I'm gonna have to go in about 10 minutes.
Oh, I see. Well, okay. Right.
Oh boy. Enough with the D&D stuff, kind of. We're starting up again next week, hopefully. We'll have to just sate our appetite until then.
Well, it'll be Star Trek. At least in the beginning. Right, so we are coming up to Magpie Siding. Also, here's a tip for you. If you're used to TRC crossings in Trainz: A New Era, then you may have... If previously, if you know how you have to put the names of the group of the crossing in, well, in TRS-19 you have to at least have one letter there, otherwise it will break. Well, most of the time it'll break. Because in Tane, I used to only number them through, so that they'd be listed at the top of the Command F or Control F window. But when I ported the route into TRS-19, they were all broken. They only half worked and stuff. It was really, really strange. It's just what are they called? The triggers, the elements of the crossing didn't recognize each other. It only listed about half of them. Then I went out and back in again, it listed the other half of them. It was very strange. So that, yeah, it's just a little tip. So at the moment we're here. We're going up this way to the right.
Did you say that this was this was one of your own routes?
Yes, this is the route. Yes, this is my route. This is one which I will upload as payware as soon as I can. It won't be that expensive, don't worry. It will have a fair price, one which I would be comfortable paying for this route.
Yeah.
I mean, if this was a train simulator route, then I'd probably be able to make it like 5 or 6 times as expensive, but
Yeah.
Kent's cut. Right. I don't know about the price yet, Kangafango. I haven't decided on it yet. This is so nice now that shadows work again for me. Because can I hear myself over? I think I can hear myself over Mr. W's microphone.
Oh boy, here we go again. Ugh. Well, I've only got about 5 minutes here. So
Well, it's okay. You can leave it.
if it's
not.
okay with you, I think I can. If that's all right.
Yeah. No, I know that I've missed some. I'm not really able to read all of chat, otherwise I'll mess up driving.
Right, here we go. Which one was the last one you read?
Um.
Oh, nice. Which one was the
Yeah,
last one
I'm
you
looking.
read?
I'm looking. I think it was.
I believe it was Kangafango's message.
He's the only one sending messages.
Yeah, I think it was you. Yes, you
Yeah,
can eat
apparently.
grass to survive. Think about it. Cows do it every day, and so can humans. I think that was it.
And
Remember
not
the
just
grass.
cows. The cow was just an example. Waytuck Bridge, nice. Sweeter gaming, yeah, I guess. A man gotta leave. It's getting late. I'm gonna go to sleep. That was VG. See you next time. Bye. Enjoy bed. Says Kango. Kango. As you're walking along the castle corridor, a black hole appears in front of you and swallows you whole. Whole spelled wrong. Roll reflex. Find yourself on a huge lawn stretching across the entire horizon. What do you do? All right, Mr. W.
Yeah, if it was TS.
$7.99, Chowdice? Just guessing. If it was if this was Train Simulator, it would easily be 25 quid. But you missed some. Not
Yes,
anymore yet.
thank you very much for catching me up on chat.
Yeah, no problem.
Right, so on this map there is a bridge called the Harbinger Bridge, which I've named that, and I'll show it after session. We won't be able to drive on it in this session. However, I can just give you a sneak peek. So this is.
Is this like a?
Hmm?
Is this a representation of a real route, or one that you've pretty much completely made up yourself?
Nope, it's fictional. The locomotives are real. However, the route is fictional.
Right. A lot of detail put into it.
Yeah, it took me a long time to make. Right.
Ooh.
So this is the kind of.
Even into the description.
Thank you. This is the slalomy bit over here. Also, this map features mileposts, just in case you want that. Right, we're about to come up on Ooze Creek. Just before we were driving down there in the valley. You can see the tracks down there. You can see the tracks down there.
And I know I'm missing some Kango. I know I'm missing some Kango. Kango says, yes, really lovely. Before TRS 19, when it was in Tane, the trees were all 2D, but it still looked good because it wasn't TRS 19.
True.
Kango, and the route is seasonal.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
It is.
Oh, imagine this place. Imagine this place in the snow.
Oh yes, there are actually quite a few sessions in the snow.
Oh, that would look so good.
Yeah, it is. It is very, very nice. I've got one 3-part session.
Possibly also letter rain.
Oh, that would look quite nice.
In the what? In the rain, did you say?
Rain.
In the rain.
Well, it is currently drizzling.
In the rain, yeah.
Yeah, there is
in the rain.
There is a summer storm session as well, where you take a passenger train up to Gem Creek and then up to, I think, Hayden Mine. Yeah, I've got a 3-part winter session, which is set in it starts in the day, sort of afternoon, and then across the 3 parts, you go into evening and then into night time, and you have to take this really overloaded coal train down the mountains and get to the harbor in time to be transferred. And there are actually 2 ways of finishing that scenario. One is you get there on time, the other one you don't. Well, 3, I guess. If you derail, that's also a solution to the scenario. But 2 intended ones. Yes.
I mean, you can also derail, pass a red light.
Yeah, that's true. Red light
Yeah.
as
You can
well.
get on time, I guess.
Yeah, you're right,
I
Kangaroo.
mean,
This
the
would
right
look-
aspect.
Yeah.
Kangaroo, yeah, this really would look like in the night in the snow. This would look really cool.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my word! Oh, just
Right,
imagine
so
that.
we're just waiting. We're just waiting at the red signal up ahead. Well, I can get a bit closer, surely.
Dun-dun.
I know that in playtesting, some of my players, they all... This red signal is so easy to run through. I don't know why it is. They just don't see that there is a signal there for some reason. I have no idea what it is about this location.
Right, I'm gonna need to head off now.
Okay, well, if you're interested,
Alright.
this stream will be archived, so you can look at the rest of it if you want to.
I've been watching through
Alright,
last
I'll
time streams. Yeah.
Okay, bye, Mr. W. Thank you very much for
See ya,
coming.
bye.
And for
See you
reading
later,
chat.
Riel.
Yeah.
Right, and here's the so it's just
I'm
you and
pretty
me then.
sure all... Yay! I'm pretty sure all streams are archived.
Yes, they are. All of mine, at least. Well, the first test streams I did to see whether I would be able to stream, which, spoiler warning, in the beginning I absolutely wasn't, my internet was horrible, they aren't archived.
Okay, fine. I guess those are not archived.
But generally...
all the other are.
Yeah. Right, so currently we're over here by Ooze Creek, and we're going to take the right branch up to Arktown Coal Mine. There is also a way to go up this valley to connect over here. Actually, let me show you the bridge. I wanted to show you the bridge, so let's do that. This is the Harbinger Bridge. I'm so happy about this bridge. This looks so great in every session that I use it in. Originally, this bridge was much, much higher, so the track was about halfway further up the mountain you can see on the left, but then that was just too ridiculously tall, so I had to lower the tracks, which is why this canyon-y bit here is so narrow, because originally the track was much further up. Yes, that's a little bonus information, which only people who watch this stream
Looks
will
beautiful.
know. Thank you very much.
But yeah, again, you like building like those kinds of bridges as well. As I've seen on the other route as well.
Yeah, I do. There's just something about mountains and railways and bridges that is really exciting to me. Yeah. Also, thank you Slovak for convincing me to make these sessions ranked, because originally I didn't really see the point of making them ranked, but now I can see that it's actually much more exciting if you have something to lose if you don't drive properly. So, yes. There we go, going past Almer Cut. We're about to come up on Big Leech Lake. Here we go, this is Big Leech Lake. It's very nice, however I would advise against going for a swim here. You can hear the crossing up ahead. Yeah, I get the joke, Hangafango.
Oh, I saw it right now. Yeah. Majestic piece of bridge engineering. Yeah, of course, it's handmade by Paradise. Who other than Paradise?
Aww. Right, so this is a tricky bit coming up here, because the yard lead to get into Arktown, it starts at the peak of this sharp incline. So it goes up quite steeply on this side, and then down quite steeply on the other side. And you have to stay under 15 miles an hour there, which is quite tricky. Especially with a bit of a longer train. I've actually called this spot up here Rollback Point, because of how often trains roll back down the other side. Starts the presses. The world is official now. The word is official now, not the world. Yes, the world. It's official now. It's gotten out of beta. Wait, what's the red mark on your leg? Ah! Exactly. Okay. Yes, I mostly tend to use the loco brake to keep the train out of control here, because the dynamics aren't strong enough really for this bit at least. You didn't read the first bit. No, I did. I just didn't have the time to read it out loud. Emerges from lake. The water is really nice and refreshing. I feel so much lighter now. Wait, what's that red mark on your leg? Ah! Yeah, I get it. You feel lighter because you've lost a large portion of your blood supply to the leech. Yes. Okay. So what routes are you currently working on, Sweda, besides Central Europe?
Say the question again. I didn't. Had troubles on hearing
what?
you.
Oh, sorry. So I was just asking what routes you were working on in Trainz besides Central Europe.
So currently, since I am on my laptop currently, so I'm currently reworking some of the routes which are in default TS12, and probably going to like upload them later in the May or something like that, together with some reworked stuff for Tane. Because what my plan originally is to update or just delete all the missing assets that are not that are third party and not from those routes, so we can finally play some multiplayer on those old routes.
Oh, that's very nice.
And that's kind of my plan.
Yeah, so you're going to port them, because I don't. Can you actually upload stuff to the download station from 12? From TS12 still?
Yes, you can.
Huh.
I am going to I believe you can.
I thought they.
If not, yeah, no.
I thought.
But what my plan is to just play multiplayer sessions on TS12 and possibly Tane. From the default built-in routes.
Yeah. I would be able to play multiplayer in Tane, but not in TS12, because the Mac version of TS12, which is Trainz for Mac 2, is 32-bit, and macOS no longer supports 32-bit applications. So to be able to do that, I would need to install an older version of macOS as a virtual machine, running it in Parallels or something like that, and then installing Trainz for Mac 2 on that, and then running it. But if I'm going to use a virtual machine anyways, I might as well get a copy of Trainz 12 and install that on Windows via virtual machine. But it does sound very nice.
You can do all sorts of possibilities, yes.
So, welcome to Arktown. There is a scrapyard back there which has an industry to load scrap, but that doesn't actually go anywhere. You can bring them down to the transfer yard, but it's never really used. It's mostly decorative. Yeah. I was actually going to put that industry in later in a different branch of this, which I didn't end up making because it just would have made the route too muddled, the lines of it. Yeah, but the industry is still here. Okay, so we're here. Good. Now load up your cars by passing under the tipple at no more than 8 miles per hour. Once the cars are fully loaded, run around the train and head back down to the Tapper Yard. Good. And actually, here's another secret tip. You can actually pass under there at 10 miles an hour and it'll still work. I've only put 8, so that if players who play this go a bit over the speed limit, there's a little bit of wiggle room where it will still load. But actually, yeah, you can go through there at 10 as well. Session. Okay, very well. Session. Should I just maybe do the last... Well, I would need to make the branch for that first. And this route I want to upload for over a year now. I don't think I'd have the patience to make an entire another branch and session with for that one industry, the scrap yard. Yeah, because I've got so many other. Should I maybe included an update? Perhaps. I'm not sure. Perhaps. Depends on whether I want to update it or not. In a few years.
Oh, the session or the route?
The route. I mean, I could just slap on another multiple industries down by the transfer yard, and just have that as a consumer for the scrap, so that it at least has some place to go. Actually, I might do that. What do you think, Switter?
Say again?
I could just slap down a multiple industries down at the transfer yard, so that the scrap at least has some place to go, even if it isn't used in any sessions. Do you think that would be good?
Possibly for multiplayer, like for people to have like something on load somewhere there.
Yeah, that is true.
Could be an option.
That is true. The thing is that all of the coal already goes down there, in addition to general goods. And you can pick up diesel fuel to supply to the coal mines from there. So there's already quite a bit going on there. But, I mean, it wouldn't hurt if I put it there, so I'll probably do that. Could I do a session? If you wanted to do a session, then yes, you can. I mean, Kango Fango, specifically for this. A scrap one. I mean, I'll try my best, but it'll probably still be scrap. Yes.
Not quite. I mean, it will be a fun experience for you to learn how to make sessions, and possibly also
it was a pun.
Some of the Shardiz's session and just have fun making one.
It was a pun. Because a session about
Did I say pun?
No, it was a pun. Yes, a joke. Because he said one way was
I see.
transporting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Facepalm.
It was a choke. Cough, cough. Yeah. Now we're on to you. Right, so in Arctown there's these sidings are quite long. They're actually split roughly down the middle here, so you don't have to go all the way back to run around a train. But yes, also the scrap yard that I mentioned it's just over here. I've mostly used it for decorations. For example, here there is an AI loco which is just set off, which will couple up to these wagons and just push them further down that way a bit, so there's a bit of movement in the yard while you're up here. They're on to us, says Kangafango. Yes, we are. Right. And I've tried to keep the sessions to an hour long at the maximum, just so... Because in... I don't know if it's still a thing, but in Trainz A New Era, there was an annoying issue where sometimes if you saved a gameplay session, a save game, and you loaded that back up, sometimes not all of the trains would spawn in, or sometimes some would spawn in without and have missing commands. Did you ever run into that issue?
That has to do with the session rules itself. That's probably because when some people like save sessions in the middle of the rules or something like that, it can cause some of the rules to repeat themselves. I believe so.
Yeah, but the thing...
I'm not 100% sure, but that's my theory. So
I mean, it would make sense, but the thing was that some trains just weren't spawning in. They just weren't there. For example, I tried...
Oh.
Yeah. There was one thing where the player was supposed to couple up to some wagons. I saved the game, quit, load back in. When I loaded back in, the wagons that I was supposed to couple up to were just not there. Neither was the navigation mark either, so it was just gone. I don't know, maybe there is one that's 1 hour, 10 minutes. I said I try to keep it to 1 hour. Yeah, I don't know either. But actually, if you download these...
Weird.
Yeah, but if you download Scar Hills, the Tane version, I haven't uploaded the TRS-9 version yet, because I want to focus on getting this submitted to the Trainz Content Creator program. Once I've done that, then I'll look into Slovak's edit of Scar Hills. But anyway, the Tane version of Scar Hills, if you launch any of the sessions, I've got text there that says that you're supposed to play the session in one go because of that issue. Yeah, so I've not put this in this because I'm not sure that it would be that good to have a warning. So you buy a DLC route, you launch a session, you play, and the first message you see is that you're not supposed to save and load it because otherwise it may break. That probably worrying the player from the very beginning is not something that I really want to do. So I've left it out there. And besides, I haven't run into this issue in TRS-19 yet, so hopefully it'll be good. You can see the steeple cab over there, pushing the scrap cars. Right, by the way, what we're doing now is just getting the caboose on the other side of the train. So we disconnect it, put it on the siding, then couple back to the train, then push the train onto the caboose. So yes. Nice holiday in Modular City. Yes, indeed. Maybe the wagons and Marker went on vacation. Oh, right. Modular City. That would be amazing if that actually happened. Shadis, play the session in one session. Not go. I remembered. Yeah. I didn't want to confuse people watching the stream, so that's why I said in one go. But yes, in the text I did say it is advised to play the session in one session, so in one gameplay session. But yeah, he remembered.
Just added some more confusion to the mix, I guess. Just like, don't save, but actually save. But you know what? Play it in one session.
Yeah. It's just a nice bit of wordplay, and I do like wordplay. I saw, I read, and I remembered. Yes. Oh right, I went... Never mind, I went on the wrong track. I need to actually go couple up to the... I need to couple up to the caboose. Right. Oops, speeding, I'm losing points. Because I was distracted. Distracted, I tell you. Shit, as a product without wordplay would be like a locomotive without a driver. Well, there are actually
Wait,
automated...
Paradise is a product?
Well, actually, Paradise is the name of the partnership, of which I'm a partner, so... That's surprisingly not my real name. Right, so there are actually automated locomotives, which are used in America in hump yards. You've got the gensets, which are remotely controlled. Or I'm not sure if they're automated, but remotely controlled. Not Paradise a product, but Paradise, a Paradise product. Right, that makes sense.
I guess, I don't know. It made sense. Now I'll have to Google that though.
What, the automated locos? Okay, let's decouple the caboose. Let's put it onto the siding. Well, a driver without a locomotive. Well, you can drive other things. You can drive a bus, or a truck, or a bicycle. You can even be a horse driver. So, a driver without a locomotive isn't that strange of a thing, if you think about it. If you mean a locomotive engineer or a locomotive driver without a locomotive, then yes, but you didn't specify.
Gotta also add the locomotive driver without with a locomotive license.
Yes, indeed. And a job. Have you ever seen a picture of one of the Sterling single-wheelers?
Excuse me?
Have you ever seen a picture of a Sterling single-wheeler, the locomotive?
Not really.
Well, I would suggest you look it up, because that is one of the most elegant steam locomotives you will ever see. It's a Sterling single-wheeler.
Okay, can come. Let me reconnect, because I cannot hear you.
I'm not speaking at the moment. Oh, I know what it is. It may be the...
Hey?
It may... Yes. The cutout... It's reset again. It always resets. The input sensitivity. Can you still hear me? The input sensitivity always resets whenever I don't know why. That's probably why I was cutting out for you. It has to be that.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that.
It makes sense now. No problem.
Okay.
Then I have to say sorry because I most probably then interrupted you most of the time.
No, not really. There's a link. There's a link. Kangafangus posted a link in chat.
I see. I clicked on it. Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
I do have to say that's a quite nice train. I mean, the steamer.
Yeah, it's from Victorian England. It was built by the Great Northern Railway, which was the same railway that built the Flying Scotsman, for example. It was merged with other railways to form the LNER.
I really love this front part with the chimney.
Yes.
Chimney. God.
You mean the smoke box?
It's so the smoke box is so curved nicely.
Yeah, it almost looks like flowing hair, doesn't it? It almost looks like flowing hair.
Kinda does, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, from 1870. And they could actually go up to 85 miles an hour. They were express locomotives with those huge wheels.
I could imagine, yeah.
I think the last time one actually ran was in the 80s. Like in the 1980s, not the 1880s, the 1980s. There is actually YouTube footage of it driving along a line. It's very, very nice. Let me see if I can find it quickly.
Can it still be seen in the museums or something?
Yes, it can still be seen in museums. I think there's one in New York. I'm not 100% sure though.
I really love the carriages as well.
Ah, yes, those those wood ones, the polished, varnished wood.
Yeah, it has a window in the front as well, so that's not something you see quite often.
Alright, so in train stuff, I've linked to a video of it actually going.
Exciting.
Sorry. Yes. So it is just so nice. I mean, to see that in motion, that machine, it's just amazing. It would be even better if I could see it, like myself, like in real life, not through a video, but still. Right. Now let's couple up the caboose. You missed the message below XD. Oh, did I? National Railway Museum. Bingo, shout ice. Ah, there we go. It's at the National Museum in New York at the moment. Would be nice if it still ran. Yeah. You're right. All right. A very special year, exactly. Come on, you jolly quarrymen, lend to me an ear. 1870, a very special year. Yeah, because 1870 is actually the same year that the Fairley duplex engine, the narrow gauge one, you know, the one with two front ends, actually ran on the Festiniog for the first time, the trials they had there. There's actually a song about that, which I just sang part of.
Oh, really?
Yes. Do you want me to link to that as well?
Yes, please. If you can, like,
yeah, it's no problem. It's no problem.
Trouble for you.
It's no problem.
Yeah, don't be driving a train and linking YouTube videos.
Nope, that's not the right thing. Fairley's Little Wonder song. Well, Locomotive song. Maybe that's better.
There you go. Kango send it, I guess. Or
no, that's a photo. That's a photo.
Ah, okay.
I'm not sure. Oh, I'm missing the I. That's probably why. It's called Fairley Duplex Engine. Oh, right, of course. Thank you very, very much. Yeah. Fairley Duplex, yeah, because the locomotive is called Fairley's Little Wonder, but the song is called Fairley Duplex Engine. There you go, I've posted it. Just,
thank you.
You can still hear me, right? Even though I've switched?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Right. 200 tons and more he pulled along the Maddox cob. Indeed. Right. Shadows, you still missed few though. Below, a locomotive driver missing his locomotive. I know. Some of them I read silently because I Yeah. Shadows, Discord support ticket.
It was read in the mind of Shadows.
Aha, yes. So yeah. Make voice chat latency not reset, please. It's not latency, it's the sensitivity of the microphone. Well, the cutoff, basically, I mean. Right, don't speed! Yeah. Thank you. Right, so...
The input sensitivity.
Well, it's the cutoff, really. Because the microphone is still sensitive, the same... I think the microphone still has the same sensitivity. I think it's more what Discord cuts off.
Mm-hmm.
Cutoff or regulator? Aha, yes, yes.
Do we have to get some water injections and coal injections then?
Coal injections? Really?
Yeah. Shoveling coal, yeah.
Yeah, but is that really called a coal injection?
No idea. I believe so.
Well, with oil, it's, I think, an injection. Alright, there we go. If you haven't done so already, please change the train's facing direction so that the now leading locomotive is recognized as being in the front of the train. After confirming this message, yes. After doing this, continue to your next navigation marker. Okay, there we go. Because the thing is that when I made this in Tane, you could still reverse through a signal, like through the front facing of a signal. But then the signal assets got updated, meaning that now the signal will be red if you're trying to go through it in the reverse. If you're trying to reverse through it. Which is why the train has to be facing the direction it's moving to pass through a signal, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, I've just had to put that in the session so that players know that they have to do that. Coal injection? I think so. Casually sits in a corner, telling jokes through a megaphone. I was read to. Read to. I was read to. Sure.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying that it does that, to be honest. It does that in the MP sessions and in the SP sessions as well. I don't understand why.
It's the signals, they were updated.
I guess it's like... Yeah, but like, I'm guessing like it's because to minimize players coming from having long trains, just like not seeing on the other side, something like that. I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's just a theory, but like...
Yeah, I mean, with steam locomotives that are going backwards, it's even more confusing because with diesel and electric locomotives, forward on the reverser is always the direction that the train is facing. But with steam locomotives, forward on the reverser is always the way that the locomotive is facing, not the train. So if you want to go backwards through a signal with a locomotive, you have to make the trains facing so that forward is facing back, but then still put the reverser into reverse to make the train go forwards in the facing, so forwards from the facing's point of view. It's so needlessly complicated now, I think.
Yeah.
Shadows, lovely scenery. Thank you very much. Like the signal, which was red. Oh, right, I see. I get the joke.
Can't go.
Audibly chuckles. Oh, really? Let me pause the game then. Nope. Actually, is that you chuckling in the background of Sueda's microphone there? Is that you chuckling, Kangafango?
No, it's
Dogs.
a dog just randomly barking outside.
Yeah, I thought it was, but it was a nice coincidence. Also, here's a question.
Is it Kango?
Maybe. Here's a question.
Dun, dun, dun.
Why is the word coincidence pronounced coincidence and not coincidence? Because if something coincides with something else, then it is pronounced coincide. But with coincidence, it's not. It's strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never thought about that way, to be honest.
I mean, it's the same thing with a lot of words, where if you think about the words, it seems like logic falls apart, because you come to the truth that natural languages, like for example English, evolved over thousands of years, and English specifically is a combination of a lot of different languages, from Latin to French to Spanish, Italian, Norwegian, also of course native English, others as well. So words often just are pronounced the way they're pronounced because it's easy to pronounce them that way, not because it makes sense. For example, did you know that in English words, if there's a K in front, it's often silent, like for example knock or knight, as in the horse rider, the knight.
Or a knife.
Yeah, but originally the K was audible, it wasn't silent, so you would say knife or knock, yeah? But because it's easier to leave it silent, that's what it became. So it's kind of not an accent. Is it accent? Dialect. That's the word I'm looking for, dialect. So it's more of a dialect thing that just became canon, so to say, which is actually quite interesting, I find. Knockoff. Yeah, knockoff. And Germanic, yeah. Exactly, German. German is a big one. Because the Saxons and the Angles, who settled in England after the Romans left, and before the Vikings came, the Norwegians came from Germany.
You know what's also interesting? The word neo.
The word what?
It also has a K, but it doesn't have the word neo. So it's pronounced with K-E-E-L, but it doesn't have an N between K and E, so it's not actually it's pronounced neo and not eel. If we were to talk about the non-pronounced K.
Yeah. Although the word keel, as in a ship's keel, is the K is pronounced.
See? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't. But then, again, isn't that what makes language wonderful? Because if everything made perfect sense in it, and everything was completely clear, then it might just be a bit boring. Because there are actually languages that have been made in the past, mostly I think in the 60s and 70s. They were called world peace languages, where several languages were artificially made, which were supposed to be taught they were supposed to be taught all around the world, so that everybody was speaking the same language, in a hope to prevent future conflicts, because if everybody speaks the same language, it's much easier to talk and stuff, and so on. So those languages were constructed from the ground up to make logical sense. But I mean, some of them are still being spoken by a very small group of people, probably because they find it cool to speak that language, a language that was purposely made up like that, but it never caught on. I think AD, yes, AD. Also, here's the thing, Swidar, you know that
world languages, it was was just like one man that decided, yeah, let's go for English language. And that's why we have English language as a world language.
Well, I think it's probably also due to the British Empire. Because the British Empire was globe spanning. So the countries, and for a long time, so the countries that were under British occupation already had a lot of English there. So I think that is probably also a big contributor. So now here comes the tricky bit. We're going back past Ooze Creek, and now we're going to go down the slalom bit here, yeah? Which is quite tricky with a heavy train. This train currently weighs 816 tons, so I'll likely have to use full dynamic brake and also some locomotive brake to keep the train under control. Shreddis, did you see the message below, audibly chuckles? Sorry if you did. Oh, so... Wait, you're sorry if I saw it. So, logically, if I didn't see it, you wouldn't be sorry. So it would be better if I didn't see it? That seems strange. He heard me! Woof woof, I'm a dog! Skettles off. And what about coin insurance? Coin insurance. Yeah. Coincidence, coin insurance. Exactly.
Oh no! Okay. Coin insurance, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And just hands you the paper of insurance. I mean, coin insurance.
Yeah, I hereby insure you that this is a coin. And then you melt it down, and then it's no longer a coin. So then you cash in the insurance, which was of the value of that coin, and then you just remint the original coin, and then you've got 2 coins, and then you get those 2 insured and just keep going like that.
And then eventually you get a paper which just says coin insurance.
Yeah, well, if the paper is the contract, then that's fine, as long as you get a payout if the coin ceases to be a coin.
Is then the paper insurance, or is the paper then coin?
I would say the paper insurance is the actual insurance, but in the case of the insurance being cashed in, it would be exchanged for the appropriate number of coins that was agreed upon inside the contract that is the insurance itself.
Yeah.
Or am I missing something?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's nice going down this way, the other way. There's actually quite a nice view here. The view was a bit better before I had speed trees, but you can still see quite far down there. Actually, this train is surprisingly still under control. Last time I played the session, it was quite hard keeping it under control here. There's the little radio tower over there. Oops, not down there, over here. Yes, and there's actually a bigger one that it communicates to over on this peak, I think, or was it the other peak? Huh. Can't see it at the moment. Where was it? I'm sure it was somewhere around here. I'll have to look into that. Maybe there's something up with that. I don't know. Maybe it's on a bound layer. Excellent. I'll have to look into that. But that's fine. That's fine. Just had a really funny session idea, says King of Fango. Okay, go ahead. Not sure if I should tell yet. Oh, well then don't, if you plan to make it. Look, I'm playing Train Simulator. Because of the position, the leaning out the window position. It's to do with the message pop-up rule. Oh. I suppose almost all sessions are to do with that. Yeah, I'll tell you that much. Okay. Shift 2 in it. Not in this. Not in this. Okay. With TS. Yes, indeed it is. Going past Kent's cut again. I can actually accelerate quite a bit because the speed limit is 40 here. Oh, and now it's going too fast.
Alrighty. I think I'm gonna drop out for the day.
Okay.
Since it's already 11:45 p.m. and I need to sleep.
Of course.
It's been fun.
Yes,
I love your
it has been
route. I'm gonna check it out.
Thanks.
I'm gonna check it out as soon as possible, and I'm gonna see you and Kanga in the next stream. Follow Sharedite, follow Kanga, and yeah.
Yes, well, also, follow
That's all for
Sweeter.
now.
Yeah, well, bye. Also, I'll get back to you about the roleplay thing via Discord later. I did see your
See you then,
message.
later.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, I know. I sent it during the stream. Bye.
Right, it has been fun. Yes, bye. Thank you very much for joining. It was fun. Lost all my points now. That tends to happen very, very quickly if you speed a bit. Maybe I needed to tweak that, but maybe not. I was going downhill, so I couldn't slow down quickly enough. So now we're at Magpie again. Yeah, this is the tricky bit, because you can see my dynamic is on full and so is my loco brake, which means that to slow down for the 20 that's coming up, I need to basically put the train in full braking mode to have a hope of slowing down in time. Shadis, are there cars on the streets? In Service Pack 2, cars really spawn very, very, very rarely. There would be cars on the streets, yes. But in Service Pack 2, there is a bit of an issue with that, so yeah. Alright, thanks. No problem. Yeah, I need more brake. just glue them onto the side, it's fine. As long as I have more brakes, we're good to go. Or to stop, rather. I thought you'd like that joke. The session's almost over, we just need to go down into Hatepa Yard again. Actually, why even use glue? I don't care if they're attached to the train, I just them to slow me down. I just need them to slow me down. Haha. Well, they need to slow down the train. You need them to slow down the train. So, yeah. I'm really happy with how this turned out. There's an approach ahead. Approach signal. Imagine if Ghost Lady actually joined the voice chat now. That would be interesting. Yes. Right, so now it's time to slow down a bit because there is a red signal up ahead, as indicated by the approach before. And here's why. There we go. Now I can accelerate a little bit, but not too much, because when we enter the yard down there, the speed limit's going to go down to 15. So yeah, you have to be careful with that. There we go. Just entering the yard lead now. Oh yeah, exactly. As member or guest. Yeah. Oh, and I'm speeding, but it doesn't matter because I've already lost all the points before. Yes, and the main line does continue on down here, which is quite flat area, sort of fields, forest, that sort of thing. It goes down to the yard, down to the transfer yard down there. Yes. But still in voice chat. Yeah, doesn't only break the rules of life and death, but also the rules of Discord. Now that's creepy. Nice. I've sent you an X and the letter D. I'm not sure if... Well, how did you send it? Because I'm not sure if Royal Mail actually allows you to send potential weapons. If you send me an X... I mean, the D is fine, but the X might be a bit of an issue. I mean, it might be fine. I don't know. Maybe if you order it with a special sticker or something, I don't know. Alright, so this is the end of the session up there. And you've got to be careful here because there is actually a red signal there, so if you overshoot, you fail the session. Rail Mail allow me to send it via Twitch chat. Oh, I see. How did you get it to lose its corporealness? Right, so let's stop here. And there we go. Your shift is now finished. The switcher will take care of sorting those hoppers for the main line. Should this also, are those trees on the right supposed to be 2D? Yes, they are. They are. And 0 points, yeah. Okay. Huh? We finished early. We finished early. I think that's the first time this year that that's happened. Wink, wink. So, above that. Oh, Royal Mail accidentally dropped it down the laundry chute. Flattened the whole package. Aww. 3 minutes of MVR dev. Nah. I think let's end it here. I think that's better. Right. So, don't need this anymore. There we go. This is... yeah. Okay. So. Alright. Well, that was an interesting stream. First of all, the multiplayer, obviously. Breaking records. Breaking trains. And then, yes, the Milton Valley Railroad. Great. So, with that, shoutouts quickly. The stream's over. If you want to go, you can go. Yeah, shoutouts. So, Kangafango, who's been in chat the entire time, which is very lovely. He does amazing stuff on Twitch on Sunday. He's... Milton Valley Railroad? Where? Oh, Milton Valley Railroad. Yeah, because I was thinking of Dev. Coalmint Mountains Railroad. Yes, exactly. Yeah, so, yeah, he does lovely stuff. OMSI 2 map building, Trainz map building. Yeah, so have a look at his stuff if you want. Also, Slovak Eagle streams when his internet holds out. The Trainz, other stuff as well, driving games, very nice as well. Branded, also the Branded K brand. Also streams sometimes. Train Simulator mostly, if I remember correctly. So yes, also Central Europe, huge route, have a look at it. It's worth your while, it's available. A free version is available on the DLS, it'll always be free, as far as I know. So yes. Thank you all very much for watching. I'm a bit tired. but that is understandable. So, yes, thank you all very much for watching. This stream will be archived, and so will the previous one, obviously. And see? Yeah, exactly. Right. So, I'll actually be able to finish early. Bye.